Alright guys, welcome to my channel, Anthony Camacho. Today I'm going to teach you about bell siphons. So I have a bell siphon kit that I got in my Aquaponics store, and this is a small kit. It's got a 2-inch reducer coupling. It goes from 2 inches down to a 1 and 1/2 inch reducer coupling. It's a 1 and 1/2 inch PVC pipe and a 1 and 1/2 inch cap. So you put these together, it makes the bell. Now on your coupler, you would cut holes just like this. You see that? Or you could drill holes through it, and the water will stop on the highest part of your bell. So keep in mind, highest part of your belt, that's where the water will stop draining. So to do your bell siphon, the kit also comes with some pipe. This is 3/4 inch PVC pipe, and we have a unisil. So wet this unisil, wet the pipe, slide this down, bring it down here. For this type of grow bed, I'm using a large all-purpose tub. I got this from Home Depot. This is not sponsored, by the way. So I bought this tub at Home Depot, and I'm using this for my grow beds outside for my Aquaponics. So measure about 7 inches, slide this through here, and I drill a hole in my tub, and this thing will stick up. So you drill that, you would take this net basket and you would put it in here like this. Then you take your bell, slide it down in here, and this would be your siphon. So that's how that would look when you have it in your Aquaponics grow bed. And then you would fill your media all around it and avoid putting media inside the basket. Alright? So that's your bell. So your water will fill up, and you can cut this part of the pipe. You cut however much you want the water to drain. So if your pipe was down here, you would cut it like right about here. That way the water would fill up, and then it will go inside and drain. So that's what your bell would do. So when I first started Aquaponics, I made my own bell. So I used a 2-inch pipe, which was ABS. Then I used a 2-inch coupler and a 2-inch cap. So because it was ABS, I had to glue this. So I used some ABS glue. I glued this, and I glued this thing on here. When I was done gluing it, I took a 1/2-inch drill bit and I drilled holes through here. So keep in mind that when you do this, when you have the bell in here, water will fill up, and then when it comes down and it drains, it will drain to the highest point. Wherever the highest point of the hole is, it'll drain there. Alright guys? So just keep that in mind when you do your bell siphon kit. So I don't recommend using these black ones because they wiggle in here, they're really light, and they tend to try to float. So when I first started out, I used that. I had to put rocks on top of here so that it wouldn't float. And then I got wiser and bought me some of these PVC ones, and I made my own following the same design. 2 inches, 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch reducer up to the 2 inch to 1.5 reducer. Okay, then I capped it with a 1.5 inch. So you can glue these if you want, which I recommend you glue them if you're set. Glue these things so you have no problems, no air leaks. Once air leaks through here, the vacuum will stop. And then your 3/4 inch pipe, this is your drain. So whatever the size of your drain is, if it's 3/4, your pipe should at least be twice as big. So this is a 3/4. The pipe in here is 1.5 inches. So if I use a 1 inch, I would at least have to have a 2 inch. So I went with a little bigger bell like this. So I used a 1 inch on my outside. I upgraded to a 1 inch, and then I used a 2 inch bell. That's what I did on that one outside on my Aquaponics. Then also, you have these net pots. So when you have the bell in here like this, if you notice, like if any debris comes in there, you have the bell in here like this. If there's debris in here and you remove this bell, you have the water will drain, and then it's like really tight to get your hand in, but you can still do it. You can also modify this by getting a bigger basket, which I recommend, a stronger one. And then you put it in here. Sometimes, occasionally, you see that the bell doesn't want to drain. The water will keep flowing out of your drain on the bottom. It'll keep shooting out like, oh no, what's going on? So you just take your bell like this and you wiggle it around shake it up and down like this, and then it'll clean itself. If it doesn't, you take this, dip it in your aquaponics pond, fill it up with water, hold it like this, and then turn it, put it right down, and then it'll flush everything out. That's a little trick I have so that I can make sure my system's running all the time. So sometimes when you're harvesting your crops, you'll run into problems, or the roots will come in here, start growing down, and it'll go down here in the bottom, and then it'll get down in here into the bell. That's where you start having problems. So I do have something over here. I'm going to show you a little bit. Just grab it real quick. So to alleviate that problem, I've got me a huge net basket, right? So you can see the difference in size. Here's this basket, here's this basket. So if you use it into your grow beds, you put this down, now you have this much space. So you have a lot of room to clean that. You just take some pliers, cut this edge off. See this edge? Cut all these little tabs off so you can make a hole. Then your bell would go inside. Then you have all that room around it, so it's harder for the roots to get into it. But that's just a little tip I have. Use a little bigger basket. The only thing is you lose that much more space, right, for planting. But that's it. Or you can keep with the little baskets. I have some out there, my little baskets, my bells like this. All right, guys, if you like that content, hit the like button. You want to see more of our aquaponics videos, hit the subscribe button. Check out the notifications button bell so that you can see what I have out there and all my videos and get notified when I upload new videos. All right, like and subscribe, guys.